Big stories, big pressure, big nights at Anfield. This is Anfield Central, your home for the latest Liverpool news, transfers and sharp analysis. No noise, just what matters to real Reds. So if you love Liverpool, hit subscribe and stay ahead of every story. Let's get into it. Jurgen Klopp's message to Jan Diomande amid Liverpool transfer speculation. Jan Diomande's rapid rise at RB Leipzig has put him firmly on Liverpool's radar ahead of the summer window. The 19-year-old winger has scored 8 Bundesliga goals in 21 appearances this season, attracting interest from several European heavyweights. But it's his connection to Jurgen Klopp that adds a fascinating twist. Klopp, now Red Bull's head of global soccer, oversees major football decisions across the group, including at Leipzig. That role could become significant if Liverpool decide to formalise their interest in the Ivory Coast international. Speaking to Bild, Diomande revealed he remains in regular contact with the former Liverpool manager. He described their interactions as something surreal. "We talk every now and then. He tells me to stay humble and keep working hard." He admitted it was always his dream to play under Klopp, even if that possibility has now passed. Still, simply being close to the German coach has left a lasting impression. Being so close to him now, talking to him, shaking his hand, it's incredible. He's a legend. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a movie. While Liverpool are strongly linked, they are not alone. Real Madrid, Manchester City and Bayern Munich are all said to be monitoring the situation closely. Earlier this year, Diomande described playing for Liverpool as a dream, comments that intensified speculation around a potential Anfield move. However, he has since clarified that stance. "People made it out to be my dream club, but first and foremost, it's my dad's favourite club." He revealed his father has always loved the atmosphere at Anfield and admired Steven Gerrard, though Diomande himself was too young to watch the former captain in his prime. He added, "We didn't even have a TV at home for a long time. I have a lot of respect for Liverpool, but my dream club right now is Leipzig." From a tactical perspective, Diomande's versatility makes him an intriguing profile. The right-footed winger is comfortable on either flank, offering flexibility in wide areas. However, any move would have to be carefully considered. Liverpool avoided signing an attacking wide player last summer to protect Rion Gumoha's pathway into the first team. That same logic could apply again, unless departures change the equation. With Federico Chiesa and Mohamed Salah both potentially leaving at the end of the season, Liverpool may soon require reinforcements out wide. If that happens, Diomande's form, age profile and unique relationship with Klopp could suddenly place him at the centre of one of the summer's most intriguing transfer stories.
Arne Slot has insisted for weeks that Liverpool are making progress, even when results and performances left supporters unconvinced. After a commanding 3-0 FA Cup victory over Brighton, the head coach repeated that message, but this time it carried more weight. Slot was careful not to get carried away. He praised Brighton, acknowledged the fine margins, and admitted the game could have looked different had they taken their chances. Still, he delivered a clear assessment. "I think it's fair for me to say that this team has made a proper development throughout the last few months," he told TNT Sports. It's a line he has used before, yet following back-to-back wins over Brighton and Sunderland, it's becoming harder to dispute. Earlier in the season, every decision Slot made seemed to be scrutinised and often criticised. Now those same bold calls are starting to pay off. Dropping Ryan Gravenberch and Hugo Ekitike, adjusting the formation and deploying Curtis Jones at right-back all proved decisive against Brighton. Jones's switch to defence may not be a one-off. With Jeremy Frimpong and Connor Bradley sidelined, the move solves 2 issues, giving Jones more minutes while allowing Dominic Szoboszlai to return to his preferred midfield role. If Szoboszlai has set the standard this season, another of his international teammates has quietly embodied the revival. Milos Kerkez, whose selection earlier in the campaign puzzled many supporters, now looks undroppable. Against Brighton, the £40 million summer signing delivered a powerful back-post cross for Jones to open the scoring just before half-time, his second assist since arriving from Bournemouth. He also tested Jason Steele early on and impressed defensively. Only Alexis Mac Allister completed more tackles in the fourth-round tie, and no Liverpool player recorded more interceptions. Beyond the statistics, Kerkez simply looks sharper. He's more aggressive in the tackle, more confident driving forward, and the costly mistakes that frustrated Virgil van Dijk earlier in the season have faded. Van Dijk himself acknowledged the progress. "I think it's pretty clear you definitely see an improvement," the captain said. He's still so young and is getting used to being a Liverpool player, but with the help of Robbo and the rest of the team and his own development, I think he's making big progress. The reference to Andy Robertson was significant. Many expected the experienced Scot to reclaim his place earlier in the campaign, but Slot held firm with Kerkez, believing he could anchor that position for years to come. There are other signs of growth too. Refinements in Florian Wirtz's game and a dominant first-half display against Sunderland, 14 shots and 69% possession, offered a glimpse of the identity Slot has been trying to build. Yet perhaps the biggest boost came from Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian looked back to his commanding best, scoring, assisting Szoboszlai, winning a penalty and contributing defensively in one of his strongest displays of a difficult season. Much like Kerkez, there was a visible hunger in Salah's performance, something that had been missing for months. Liverpool will avoid declaring a turning point too soon, but 2 convincing wins in a week provide tangible evidence of momentum. With 8 days to prepare for a trip to Nottingham Forest, a side Slot has yet to beat, the next fixture could offer the clearest measure yet of how far this revival has truly progressed.
Liverpool's season may have had its bumps, but momentum is building again, and the 3-0 FA Cup win over Brighton and Hove Albion felt like a statement performance. Despite earlier setbacks, Arne Slot's side remained firmly in the hunt for silverware, rediscovering rhythm just when it matters most. Goals from Curtis Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai and Mohamed Salah sealed progression to the FA Cup 5th round, and while the scorers took the headlines, Milos Kerkez delivered arguably his finest performance in a Liverpool shirt. The Premier League title race may now be beyond reach, but 2 major trophies are still very much alive. Liverpool are chasing their first FA Cup triumph since 2022 and remain strong contenders in the Champions League after advancing to the last 16 near the top of their group. Amid the renewed optimism at Anfield, Curtis Jones once again underlined his growing importance to this team. Traditionally a midfielder, the 25-year-old was deployed at right-back against Brighton due to an injury crisis. With Jeremy Frimpong, Conor Bradley and Wataru Endo all unavailable, Slot turned to Jones as a makeshift solution. It was a bold call and it paid off. Jones not only adapted seamlessly to the unfamiliar role, but also found the net, delivering a performance full of composure and leadership. After the match, he made his stance crystal clear. "I say it all the time, I'm a footballer. Yeah, I'm a centre midfielder and I want to score goals and assist, but if the manager needs me at centre half, fullback or striker, I'll do it and try my best." It was a message of selflessness and commitment, exactly the qualities Slot needs during a demanding run-in. Curtis Jones has often spoken about wanting to finish his career at Liverpool and one day captain the club. Performances like this, where the team comes before personal preference, only strengthen that ambition. While Jones impressed with versatility, Szoboszlai continues to drive Liverpool forward with influence and output. The Hungarian registered his 6th direct goal contribution in as many games with his strike after the break. He now has 10 goals this season, his best return in a Liverpool campaign, and sits just 2 short of matching his overall career best tally. Add to that 7 assists in all competitions, and it's no surprise comparisons have surfaced with club legend Steven Gerrard. But Szoboszlai was quick to cool that narrative. "I'm not playing a Steven Gerrard season, although he was a legend for the club. I just try to do my own story and do my best every game." He added with a smile that while he doesn't score every time, the recent run has been good and he simply wants to keep going. For Liverpool, that mindset may be just as valuable as the goals themselves. With key players stepping up, tactical flexibility proving decisive, and belief returning around Anfield, Slot's side are beginning to look like a team peaking at exactly the right moment. The road ahead won't be simple, but the signs are increasingly encouraging.
Former Liverpool midfielder Adam Lallana has delivered a strong verdict on Florian Wirtz, insisting the German is finally showing why Liverpool invested so heavily in him last summer. Speaking while on punditry duty for Liverpool's FA Cup clash against Brighton and Hove Albion, Lallana said the signs of real adaptation are now clear. Wirtz endured a frustrating start to life at Anfield, failing to score in his opening 22 matches. For a player signed for over £100 million from Bayer Leverkusen, the pressure was immediate and intense. But over December and January, the tide began to turn. The 21-year-old found the net 6 times in 10 appearances and has steadily grown into a more influential role within the side. In the recent victory at Sunderland, he was widely regarded as Liverpool's most dangerous attacking outlet. Even without a goal or assist, his performance drew lofty comparisons with Zinedine Zidane from none other than Steven Gerrard. Wirtz himself has admitted he needed to bulk up to cope with the Premier League's physical intensity. That adjustment now appears to be paying off. Lallana was quick to highlight not just the technical qualities, but the mentality behind the improvement. "I love him," Lallana said on TNT Sports. "In the last few weeks, he started to get the numbers people expect for the price tag he came to the football club with." He also pointed out that even during his early struggles, Wirtz never lacked effort. The willingness to press, to run, and to take responsibility was always there, but the physical demands of English football are simply different to the Bundesliga. For Lallana, what we are witnessing now is simply adaptation, a talented player adjusting to a tougher league and beginning to find his rhythm. Interestingly, Lallana is not alone in drawing historical parallels. Earlier this week, Roy Keane compared Wirtz's situation to that of Luka Modric during his early days at Tottenham Hotspur. Modric initially struggled with the Premier League's physicality after arriving in 2012, but eventually earned a move to Real Madrid and went on to become one of the game's elite midfielders. Keane suggested Wirtz may also need a full season before truly reaching top speed, but hinted that the long-term potential is clear. So far this campaign, Liverpool has made 35 appearances for Liverpool, registering 6 goals and 8 assists. The numbers are improving, the performances are becoming more consistent, and the physical adaptation seems well underway. If this trajectory continues, Liverpool supporters may soon feel that their major summer investment is beginning to look like money well spent.